This was one spark plug in my top 10 at the time. Just vivid memories of watching this video on Night Tracks back in, it was Christmas of 1985, going into early 1986. Those cold winter months, rocking out the Night Tracks on WTBS from Atlanta. And this is from my fantasy playlist of January the 19th, 1986. Clarence Clemens of the E Street Band, one of Bruce Springsteen's sidemen, along with Jackson Browne, with You're a Friend of Mine. You're a Friend of Mine, backing vocals by, what was her name again? I forgot that woman's name. Daryl Hannah. She was going out with Jackson Browne at the time. She was also in the video. Unfortunately, I can't find the video. It was a nice, delightful video. If I remember correctly, I think Daryl Hannah was like spray painting in the video, but I have to settle for I have to settle for a generic video on YouTube. Couldn't find the original one on YouTube. The song was produced by Narado Michael Walden. My goodness, no wonder it sounded so damn good. Narado Michael Walden was one of the go-to producers back in the day. I've already mentioned this guy before, as he produced Whitney Houston's How Will I Know, which comes in at number 11 on my fantasy playlist. Narado Michael Walden, actually, I think he was reluctant to produce How Will I Know by Whitney Houston because he was working with Aretha Franklin on her comeback album, Who's Suing Who. But that's kind of, well, I'm sidetracking again, but I just couldn't resist bringing that up. He also co-wrote the song as well, along with a fellow named Jeffrey Cohan. Well, either way, you got Narado Michael Walden producing, you got Clarence Clemens on this record blowing his saxophone, you got Jackson Browne, and Daryl Hannah sounds fantastic. She is crystal clear and pristine on this record. You're a Friend of Mine at number 6 on my fantasy playlist back in January of 1986.